Kate and welcome back to my home. Today's video is about a 20-minute stretch routine that can be done on a daily basis. And the reason I'm posting this video is really to try to combat some of the tightness that may be developing in your bodies because of working in a temporary setup at home. So I guess we'll get started. I'm going to turn so you can see me from the side. We're going to start with a standing roll down. The reason I like to start with this, it's a nice warm up to begin with, but it's also something we'll finish the stretch routine with as well. And you'll kind of feel a difference hopefully at the end in what feels restricted, hopefully feeling a little bit looser after this 20-minute routine. So I'm going to turn to the side like I said. You can bring the feet sit bone distance apart and just looking straight ahead to start, arms relaxed down at your sides. We'll take an inhale here to prepare, and on an exhale, just start to tuck your chin towards your chest. And we're rolling one bone at a time off an imaginary wall behind you. Soft bend in the knees. And we're just rolling all the way down to whatever feels comfortable for you to start. We'll take an inhale and pause at the bottom here. And exhale, draw that belly button into spine, stacking from the sacrum first. And we'll articulate all the way back up, one bone at a time. Continuing to find that abdominal engagement. Last to rise is the shoulders, followed by the head. We'll take an inhale here, and exhale. We'll do that one more time, tucking the chin towards the chest, drawing the belly button to spine, just letting the arms lay heavy as you start to reach down towards the floor, feeling that nice stretch to the back line of your body. Inhale and pause at the bottom. And as you exhale, draw that belly button into spine once again. And we will articulate all the way back up. And from here, we'll take a seat in the chair. Seated at the front of your chair. We'll start with a seated roll down here. So very similar movement pattern, stacking one hand in front of the other. We'll take an inhale here, and on your exhale, begin to tuck that chin to chest, slowly reaching down towards the floor, between the knees and under your chair. Take an inhale and pause there, and exhale, belly button to spine, slowly articulating back up. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale and pause at the bottom. And exhale, find that abdominal engagement as you stack yourself back up. Last to rise is the shoulders, followed by the head. We inhale and exhale, chin to chest. Last one like this. We inhale and pause at the bottom. And exhale, belly button to spine, stacking one bone at a time, all the way back up. We'll bring the arms to shoulder height, out to the sides, and feet will come sit bone distance apart. We're going into our seated spine twist. So we'll take an inhale here to prepare, and as you exhale, go ahead and rotate over to the right. Inhale to come back to center, and exhale to rotate. As you rotate, we're looking to try to keep equal weight through both sit bones, both knees reaching and stretching in front. Inhale back to center. Exhale to rotate over to the left. And inhale back to center. We'll do one more each direction. Shoulders are relaxed here. Inhale back to center. Last one to the left. And from here, we'll come back to center. And relax the arms down by your sides. From here, we're going to go into a hip stretch. So you can take your right leg and cross it over the left. From here, we're going to work into just some pelvic rocking forward and back. So the first thing you'll do, I like to put my hands one in front, one in the other. That kind of helps me kind of get a sense of what I'm doing with my pelvis. And from here, we'll inhale and release the pelvis forward. And then exhale, draw that belly button to spine, tucking the pelvis back. When you inhale and release forward, you should feel a little bit more of a stretch along the outer line of that right hip. As you exhale and tuck, it's almost like a little release. It relaxes that muscle a little bit. We inhale and release forward, getting a little bit more of a stretch. And then exhale and tuck. Last one, we'll inhale and release forward. We're gonna stay in that position now. And just take a few breaths. Feeling that stretch through the right side of the hip. Not trying to resist the stretch, not trying to hold our breath, but just using our breath, our inhales and exhales to allow our body to ease into that nice stretch in that right hip. And then we'll tuck the pelvis back. We'll bring that right leg down and switch sides. So left leg crosses over right. You can bring one hand in front and one hand behind. We'll inhale, release the pelvis forward. This side's a little tighter on me. And then exhale, belly button to spine, finding a little bit of a tuck in the pelvis. Inhale, release forward. And exhale to tuck. Inhale, release. Exhale to tuck. And on this next one, we'll release the pelvis forward. And again, just holding this stretch here, getting a little bit of that, more of a pulling sensation along the outer portion of that left hip. And allowing yourself to breathe through the stretch, not resisting it, but using your breath to kind of ease into it. And then we'll exhale, tuck that pelvis back, and release that leg. From here, we'll go into a few standing stretches using the table. So I'm going to move the chair out of the way. And we'll go into a shoulder stretch position. So hands are going to come onto the edge of the table. Come walk the feet back to what feels comfortable for you. And we'll start with more of a fluid motion here. So the first thing you'll do is just plug those shoulders down, keep the neck nice and long. And we'll inhale to come back, keeping a soft bend into the knees to start. And then exhale to come back forward. Not really holding the end range yet, just kind of warming your body up to this motion, especially if you've been working for a couple hours, sitting at a computer desk or maybe a makeshift setup at home. It's important to kind of warm yourself up after you've been sitting for a while. We'll do a couple more like that. Keeping that bend into the knees, allowing your chest to kind of reach down towards the floor, finding that straight line from your top half of your body. On this next one, when we come back, we're going to stay into that shoulder stretch position, so arms are long, head's in line with the rest of your spine. We're still keeping a pretty deep bend in the knees here. We're going to work into bending and straightening the knees, getting into a little bit of a hamstring stretch. So we'll take an inhale here and begin to straighten the knees without moving the top half of your body. And then exhale to bend. Inhale to straighten, reaching those sit bones up towards the ceiling behind you. And exhale to bend. We'll do a couple more like that. Exhaling to bend. Last one. Exhale to bend. We'll keep a little bit of a bend in the knee again. We're going to go into some spinal articulation. So we'll take an inhale here to prepare. Exhale, draw that belly button to spine, tucking into the small of your back. Slowly rolling one bone at a time into a supported plank position on the table. We inhale and pause here. Exhale, draw that chin to chest. Slowly articulating back into your shoulder stretch position. We'll just do one more like that. Inhale and pause. And exhale, belly button to spine, slowly articulating back into your supported plank. Inhale and pause, and exhale, belly button to spine, drawing that chin towards your chest, coming back into our shoulder stretch position. From here, we're going to bring the right arm down towards the floor and put a soft bend into the left knee. We'll take an inhale here and open up towards the right. Exhale, you're going to bend into the right knee, straighten the left, and rotate over towards the left. Inhale to open back up towards the right. And exhale to rotate back over towards the left. Right knee bends, left knee straightens. Last one on this side, inhaling to open once more towards the right. And exhale, bending into that right knee, straightening the left as you rotate over towards your left side. We'll bring that arm back towards the center, back onto the table, and then we'll bring that left arm down towards the floor. Keeping a soft bend in both of the knees to start. We'll put a little bit of a bend now just into the right one. Inhale to open up towards the left now. And exhale to rotate over towards the right as you bend the left knee and straighten at the right knee. Inhale to open. And exhale to close, going over towards that right side once again. We're going to go one more time in this direction. Inhaling to rotate over towards the left. And exhaling, bending into the left knee, straightening into the right as you rotate over towards the right side. We'll come back to the center. We'll bring both arms back onto the table. We'll play around with that bend into the knees once more, bending and straightening both the legs. And this time, let's keep the knees as straight as you can. We'll reach those sit bones as far as we can up towards that back upper corner of the wall. Straightening into the upper back as much as you can. And we'll take a few breaths here. And then we'll take an inhale and exhale, draw that belly button to spine. Articulating one bone at a time back into that supported plank position. We'll step one foot forward, followed by the other. So the next couple of stretches are things that are meant to kind of open up around our chest area and around our upper back, and all you'll need is a free wall space. So we're going to start with a little bit of trunk rotation. It's called open book. It's a modification of open book. We usually do this on the floor, but we're going to do this leaning against the wall. So you can turn to your left first, and you're going to bring your left foot in front of the right. Left foot pointed forward. Right foot's going to be pointed a little bit out to the side. We'll bring both arms out in front at shoulder height. Left shoulder is relaxed against the wall. Take an inhale here to prepare. As you exhale, go ahead and rotate over towards the right, following your hand with your eyes. And then inhale to bring that back. We'll do two more on this side. Exhale to rotate. And inhale to come back. Last one. Feeling that nice stretch through the mid-back here and opening up through the right side of the chest. And we inhale to come back. We'll switch sides. So now right foot's pointed straight ahead. Left foot's turned slightly out to the left. And then hands come one in front of the other at shoulder height. Right shoulder is relaxed against the wall. Take an inhale here to prepare and exhale now to rotate over towards your left. And inhale to come back. We'll do two more like that. You may notice one side might be a little bit tighter for you than the other. And that's okay. Not many of us are actually symmetrical on each side. So for me, this left side is definitely a little bit tighter. Last one. And we'll bring the arm back. From there, we'll relax our arms down. We'll do the left arm first. So from here, you're going to bring your left hand against the wall around shoulder height. And we'll bring the left foot in front of the right. We're kind of facing on a diagonal towards the wall. We'll take an inhale here, and as you exhale, rotate over towards the right, getting a nice stretch through that left chest and through the front of your left arm. Inhale to come back, and exhale to rotate. We're going to do 5 of these. Inhale to come back, 3 more. Exhale to rotate. Inhale to come back, 2 more. If this is too much of a stretch through your left arm, you can always put a soft bend in your elbow. We'll exhale to rotate. Last one. And we'll come back and switch sides. So now right hand's gonna come pressed against the wall around shoulder height. We'll bring the right foot in front of the left on a slight angle towards the wall. We'll take an inhale here to prepare and exhale to rotate over towards your left. And we inhale to come back. And we inhale to come back. We'll do 3 more. As you exhale, we're feeling that nice stretch through the right pec and down the right arm. 2 more. And again, if this is too much of a stretch, you can always put a little bit of a bend into that right elbow. Last one. And we can relax from that and bring the arm back down away from the wall. We're going to finish our stretching routine with just a few standing stretches for our legs using a chair. I set mine up so that I can face this direction so you can better see me. If you feel more comfortable, though, I'll show you this. You can do all of these stretches with the chair parallel to a table so you have something to hold on to if that's necessary for your balance. Okay, so from here we're going to go into some hamstring stretching to start. So we'll start with the left leg. So we'll bring the left leg up towards the chair. Right toes are on the floor facing straight ahead towards the chair. That right leg might want to turn out, but we're going to keep everything square to the chair. And we'll start with just some bending and straightening into your left knee. Left toes are flexed, hips squared, shoulders stacked over hips. And we'll inhale and go into a little bit of a bend of that left leg, and then exhale to straighten. Inhale to bend, and exhale to straighten. Still using that abdominal control to help with the balance. We'll do 2 more like that. Last one. From there, we're going to reach the arms straight out in front of us. We're going to go into a little bit of a spine stretch here. So left leg stays straight. We'll take an inhale to prepare, and exhale, tuck that chin to chest, slowly articulating one bone at a time, reaching down towards that left foot. Take an inhale and pause, and exhale, belly button to spine, slowly articulating back up. Inhale, and exhale, chin to chest. We're doing this 2 more times on this side. Inhale and pause, and exhale, belly button to spine, articulating back up. Last one. And we inhale and pause, and exhale, belly button to spine, slowly stacking back up. From here, we'll interlace the hands behind the head. Left leg stays straight, toes flexed, hips squared to the chair. Take an inhale here to prepare, and we'll exhale to rotate over towards the left. Inhale to come back, and exhale to rotate. Inhale to come back. Last one, exhale to rotate. We'll inhale to come back. You can rest the arms down by your sides. We'll bring them to the hips. Hips still squared. We're going to bring that left foot down to the chair. We're going to go into a little bit of a bend of that left knee. So we'll inhale to bend, and exhale to straighten back out. Only bending really to the point where your left knee is stacked over your left ankle. On this next one, when we bend into the left knee, we'll stay. Keeping a little bit of a tuck of the pelvis here. You may be feeling a little bit of a stretch into that right hip flexor. And we'll interlace the hands one last time behind the head. And we're going to do some side bending over to the left. So we'll take an inhale here to prepare. We'll side bend over towards the left. And exhale, draw that belly button to spine, drawing back into center. Inhale to side bend over towards the left. And exhale, belly button to spine, coming back to center. We'll do 1 more. And exhale, engaging from those abdominals to bring yourself back up to center. Bring your arms down by your sides. We'll straighten out that knee and lower it down. We'll do all of that on the other side. So we'll bring the right leg up onto the chair now. Hips are squared. Toes flexed, shoulders stacked over hips. We'll go into a little bit of a bend in that right knee. And then exhale to straighten. Inhale to bend. And exhale to straighten. 3 more. Last one. We'll keep that leg straight. Arms are going to come out in front of us, and we'll go into a spine stretch. So take an inhale here to prepare, and exhale, chin to chest, slowly articulating one bone at a time, slowly reaching towards that right foot. Inhale and pause, and exhale, belly button to spine, slowly stacking back up. We'll do that 2 more times. Continuing to keep the hips square to that chair. And last one. Exhaling, chin to chest, engaging from those deep abdominal muscles to keep yourself controlled and balanced. We inhale and pause, and exhale, belly button to spine to stack back up. From here, we'll interlace our hands once again, keeping that right leg straight. Take an inhale to prepare, and exhale now to rotate over towards the right. Feeling that nice stretch through the outer line of that right leg. And then inhale back to center. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale to come back, and exhale to rotate. We'll come back to center. Hands can come down to the side of the hips. We'll lower that right foot to the chair, and we'll bend into that right knee. Inhaling to bend, and exhaling to straighten. We'll do 2 more like that. And on this next one, when you bend into that knee, we'll stay. Keeping a little bit of a tuck from the pelvis. Interlace the hands behind the head one last time. And we'll do a side bend over to the right this time. So take an inhale to side bend over towards the right. And then exhale, left obliques pull you back up to center. 2 more like that. Inhaling to side bend. And exhaling to come back up. Last one. And exhale back up to center. We'll bring our arms back down, straighten into that leg, and bring that right leg down to meet the left. And we'll finish today with a roll down. So we'll bring that arms down by your sides. Take an inhale here to prepare, and we'll exhale, tuck that chin to chest, slowly articulating one bone at a time off an imaginary wall, reaching down towards your toes. Hopefully now feeling a little bit looser than you did 20 minutes ago. We'll take an inhale and pause, and exhale, belly button to spine, slowly stacking one bone at a time, all the way back up. And roll the shoulders back, and you're done.